Italian motorcycle, Italian racer, MotoGP livery, and the ammo. Let's go. So to kick things off, I've gone with a nice silver background because I'm going to expose that silver on some of this design. This bike is the Mission Winnow Ducati, and I'm going to put a number on it. We're going to go with the Andrea Dovizioso number 4. So for this one, it was kind of before the Ducatis kind of delved into that almost orangey bright red. It still had some kind of dark old school red on this one. But we couldn't have an Italian bike, an Italian livery, without an Italian rider, and I went with Andrea Dovizioso for this one, aka Dovi. Born 23rd of March 1986 in Forlimpopoli in Italy. Hope I said that right. His father, Antonio Dovizioso, he was also a motorcycle racer, so he was exposed to racing early on. Started off doing motocross. Started off doing mini bikes, just 4 years old, and by 7 he was racing. He won national mini bike titles 1997 and 1998. He had a quite rapid rise through the ranks, winning the Italian Aprilia Challenge in the year 2000. In 2001, he won the European 125cc Championship and made his first World Championship appearance as a wildcard at Mugello. He moved up the 125cc World Championship. He won that title in 2004. Moving on from that to the 250cc. Had seasons where he was very close to the title. He was runner-up in 2006 and in 2007. And debuted in the MotoGP in 2008. Rode for the Scott Racing team on a Honda, a satellite team. Had a pretty good rookie year, quite consistent. He was the top independent team rider. First MotoGP win came the year after, in 2009 at Donington Park. That was on the Repsol Honda, where he raced 2009 to 2011. Moved to Yamaha in 2012 on the Monster Yamaha satellite team. And then on the year after that, in 2013, he joined the Ducati factory team. A turning point in his career, and this is one of those Ducati factory liveries we're working on today. He was nicknamed the Professor. Did you know that? I didn't. He was nicknamed the Professor because of his calculated and measured riding style. He's very, very good in tyre management, braking control, made pretty safe, smart overtakes, other than that kind of raw, aggressive style. And he was one of the most successful modern riders never to win the MotoGP World Championship. He holds quite a unique distinction of winning MotoGP races in 3 different decades, winning in the noughties, 10s and the 2020s. In 2020, he and Ducati finally did part ways due to, I quote, a breakdown in relations, and that was between the rider and the team. He took a sabbatical in 2021. Did a test rider. He was doing some test riding. In 2022, he came back with that With You Yamaha MotoGP team and announced his intention to retire after the San Marino GP in September of that year. But after racing from full time, he's been involved as a test rider, continues to do so. He signed a contract in June this year, in fact, as a Yamaha test rider and a rider performance advisor, and he will continue doing that now until 2027. But approximately 248 MotoGP race starts, 15 wins, 62 podiums, 7 poles, 11 fastest laps, and an accumulation of 2,583 points. That is impressive. He has been praised for staying cool under pressure as Andrea Dovizioso. Many of his wins or podiums came from very smart races rather than dominating. and his battles with the likes of Marquez are considered among some of the best in recent MotoGP history, especially since the Marquez's aggressive style contrasts quite a lot with Dovi's more measured approach. And this actually marks one of very few MotoGP liveries that I've made. I don't usually make the MotoGP ones. There is a couple of guys out there who are more than good enough to be making these MotoGP liveries. I just wanted to do something a little bit special, a little bit different for my Italian viewers. So put in this particular livery, or rather Mission Winnow liveries, I've not seen done really high level yet, which is why I picked up this one. And I love the idea of exposing or using different paint types, as you know, with me. So that silver stripe down the side was going to win me over. I really do like this one. If I look through older MotoGP liveries, I think this Mission Winnow Ducatis are probably some of my favourites due to its simplicity but quite punchy design. I quite like it, and I quite like the Mission Winnow logo. I like the almost reflective style of it. So I did make all of the stickers for this one, which varied in difficulty. That Valsia one was a little bit complicated, but aside from that, we were pretty good on this. We're just adding some finishing touches. I'm going to do, there's like a carbon print on top of the tank, which I want to make sure that I get. And it is quite bright looking at my reference image, so I'm going to put that kind of carbon stripe, and there's a couple of sponsors on there as well I want to make sure I get. But one thing I noticed about MotoGP liveries in particular is if you look at the World Superbike liveries and you look at BSB and the likes, you have a lot of sponsors, quite a lot of the sponsors, like tertiary sponsors that appear at the bottom of the livery. MotoGP tends to have, or certainly in the higher class, less, but obviously bigger name, bigger impact sponsors, which means me having the space to put this Aruba IT probably wouldn't have happened on a Superbike livery, but I wasn't too worried about layers at all on this bike. You can tell because I'm even confident enough to put some nice grip tape on the tank. And we're almost done. I really like the little addition of the Italian flag at the bottom. So here we go. How fast was that? That was cool, wasn't it? This is the Andrea Dovizioso Mission Winnow Ducati with the darker red, some really nice black detailing. I like the Audi Sport. I like the silver stripes that appear along the side, and the exposed silver adds a little bit of something to this livery. But I'm going to do something right now that I have never done before. I've never recorded it before either. So we are going to go back into this exact same livery, and I'm going to make a completely different livery from this one. So we're going to switch it up, because Mission Winnow had two very nice liveries. I couldn't decide which one to make on the bike, so I made both. So I'm going to jump right back into this livery right now, and I'm going to start stripping out the bits that I don't need, and I'm going to rebuild a different year's Mission Winnow livery live. Let's do it. So for this one, I'm going to take out the number 4. Let's not do a Dovizioso. Let's do a different rider. We'll keep it Italian. We're going to go with Michel Pirro, whose number was harder than I thought it would be. So let's dive in. I'll talk a little bit about Pirro. Full name Michel Pio Pirro. Great name. Born 5th of July 1986 in San Giovanni Rotondo in Italy. He's part of the Fiamme Oro, which is a sports group of the Italian police force, which I thought was quite interesting. But he began racing in the 125cc World Championship as a wildcard in 2003. That was the Italian GP with the Aprilia. 2004 he won the European 125cc Championship. 2005 he raced full-time in 125cc with Malaguti, scored a few points. He got 3 points in the China GP. I forgot that MotoGP went to China. He finished the season in 33rd. 2006 stayed in 125cc, switched between Aprilia and then Honda, but I don't think he scored any points that year. He won the Italian CIV National Championship in the Superstock class in 2007 and 2008, moved to the Supersport World Championships in 2009 and 2010. 2009 with Yamaha, finished 11th, won the Italian Supersport title that year as well. 2010 moved to Honda, improved. He actually won at Imola in the Italian round. He's also raced in Moto2, did that in 2011 with Grassini, scored podiums, won the final race of the season in Valencia, remember that? That was an emotional victory. It came actually just 2 weeks after the fatal crash of Marco Simoncelli, who was a friend and a teammate from that same stable. 2012 he moved up into full-time MotoGP racing with Grassini. His best result that season was 5th at the Valencian GP, but he ended up 15th overall. And since 2013 he has been an official test rider for Ducati. He regularly races in MotoGP as a wildcard. He does a lot of replacement and substitute racing. His best MotoGP result that isn't in testing, an actual race result, was Valencia 2018, finished 4th. But yeah, he's been very, very successful nationally in the Italian National Series CIV, Superbike, Superstock and Supersport classes. He's winning 2007 and 2008 he won Superstock, 2009 he won the Italian Supersport, and he has been the CIV Italian Superbike champion in, ready for this, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2021, 2022, 2024, so he's dominated the Italian Superbike Championship. He's a bit like our Shane Byrne, if I had to compare. But you can see that the design is slightly different. With the Mission Winnow has gone white now instead of black. The colour of the Ducati is actually brighter. I don't know if I've made it brighter yet, but it is actually a brighter, and it becomes more of that orangey day glow red. His number was very complex. I did the best I could to have the right pattern. The pattern along the side with the different opacity squares was quite a nice touch, and rather than just a simple black stripe that appeared near the wing of the other one, we've got Lenovo. So probably going to use a little bit more layers on this one, but I don't think we'll come close to the 2000, which you probably shouldn't be doing with MotoGP liveries. As I say, less sponsors, but very minor differences. The yellow on the back is just a little bit different, where the little swizzle logo appears above the yellow. We can flick that. Just going to pop Panigale in here, why not? Just like that. So there we go, we've managed to turn one Dovizioso Mission Winnow Ducati into the Michel Pirro Mission Winnow Ducati. Bit brighter, the introduction of the white and the pattern on the side. Tell me which is your favourite. Which one would you prefer out of these two? I and add about it because I love the old school. I like the darker colour scheme, but I think I'm probably going to go with this one. I think white on the Ducati looks a little bit better, and I quite like the pattern. It's a little bit different along the side. Drop a comment below on which is your favourite. Here we are next to each other. Yeah, I'm leaning to the left. I'm leaning to the left. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could drop a like, I love that too. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one. I've got lots of cool stuff to make. See you then. Bye for now.